Yaya Mayweather spotted being released after this.
I gave the sport of boxing my whole life. I dedicated my whole life.
The Mayweather family has not been having a great year, but after Ayana's shocking arrest following an assault in Texas, it looks like Floyd's daughter is finally set to be freed from jail. Welcome to Lime Report. Before we begin, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and check out the link in the description to enter a chance at winning our Apple product giveaway. Last year, Yaya Mayweather seemed poised to take advantage of her opportunities and began a career as an artist. While neither she or anyone else in her family is particularly known for their musical ability, some believe her relationship with her rapper boyfriend may have been a big influence. Just as things seemed to be going well for Yaya, her life was flipped upside down after a near-death experience at her boyfriend's Houston home led to her stunning arrest. Since then, many have spoken out on the incident and their disappointment in the family. While the Mayweathers have dealt with adversity before, Yaya's arrest has seemed to have shaken up the family, causing an inevitable rift. As the Mayweathers work to keep their composure, it seems Yaya is finally set to be released from her devastating sentence. But is this the end of Yaya's troubles? Thanks for joining us, everyone. Today, we'll be taking a closer look at Yaya Mayweather's case and the consequences she faced. Don't go anywhere as we uncover the shocking truth that allowed Ayana to walk free after nearly killing a woman. You won't want to miss this. Ayana's troubles began way back when she was first dating rapper NBA Youngboy. Prior to their relationship, Ayana kept a relatively low profile and never received much media attention. Yet all that changed from the moment the two got together. The Baton Rouge native has been nothing but trouble for Ayana since they began their rocky relationship in 2019. At just 20 years old, Youngboy has been able to accomplish feats that some artists can only dream of in a matter of years. Though as his shock in the industry rises, so too have his many growing problems. For starters, Youngboy already has 4 children and is expecting a 5th sometime this year, one who was conceived while Youngboy and Ayana were supposedly dating. Youngboy has cheated on Ayana multiple times due to his inability to stay in a committed relationship, and that has caused much friction between the two of them. In one incident last year, Youngboy was at the movie theaters with another girl who many assumed was his new girlfriend, Young Lyric. As the two were exiting the theater, a woman in a hoodie and glasses, who was clearly Yaya, stormed up to the two and beat Lyric to a pulp before running off into an alley. While Youngboy was confused by the situation, he said nothing, not realizing the problems that his infidelity would soon cause for the Louisiana artist. Unaware of his unfortunate future, Youngboy made a mistake that almost cost the woman her life. Keep watching as we continue to unravel Ayana Mayweather's shocking story and the news that could mean her return to a normal life, only here on Lime Report. Ayana was aware of Youngboy's loose definition of a relationship, yet she still defends and proclaims her love for him constantly. While Youngboy has publicly stated he and Yaya are together multiple times, his words and actions have also contradicted his so-called feelings for her. Last month, Ayana was arrested after a suspicion of another case of cheating came over Ayana, which led her to take a trip to Youngboy's house to check up on him. When Ayana made her way to her boyfriend's home, her worst fears were confirmed as she caught Youngboy with one of his former lovers and mother to one of his 5 children, LaPatra Jacobs. Ayana immediately confronted Jacobs, informing her that she and Youngboy were engaged and demanded that she leave the property. Jacobs, who had never even heard of Ayana prior to their meeting, was confused and began yelling back at Yaya to leave. Their verbal altercation soon erupted into a full-on fistfight that sprawled out throughout the whole home and made its way to the kitchen. Ayana felt overpowered by Jacobs and, in an act of desperation, armed herself with 2 kitchen knives. Tension filled the air, and as soon as Jacobs charged at Ayana, the frightened Yaya stabbed wildly at her attacker until she struck Jacobs several times with her knives. While police originally believed Yaya had stabbed her victim in the bicep, Jacobs later came out and admitted that she was stabbed in the stomach as well, and a family member suggested she lost an unborn child as a result of the attack. With the shocking news now in the open, things seemed far worse than anyone could have imagined for Ayana. Don't go anywhere as we disclose the haunting evidence that threatens to leave Yaya behind bars for good, and the crafty move the Young Stars defense team drew up in a last-ditch effort to keep her out of prison. You can't miss out on this. When news of Yaya Mayweather's shocking arrest first broke, the world couldn't believe that such a talented young girl with every opportunity in the world threw her life away so quickly. Before her arrest, Yaya was developing herself as a female rapper and released a few songs under her moniker Money Yaya, a play on her father Floyd's nickname. However, all that seemed to slip away after the fateful night of her arrest. In Texas, Ayana's crime was deemed a second-degree felony, and with that, she now faces up to 20 years in prison. While not as high as the previously reported 99 years some thought she was up against, the news of 20 years in jail still came as a serious blow. Court records show a Texas judge ordered Yaya to follow specific rules after she was released on bond. Due to the incident, Yaya is prohibited from having any contact with LaPatra Jacobs, and it specifically states, do not go within 1,000 feet of the residence or place of business of the complainant or any member of her family. Do not go within 1,000 feet of any childcare facility or school that the complainant's children, if any, may attend. Additionally, the judge ordered Yaya not to be in possession of any weapons and is prohibited from drinking alcohol or taking drugs. With strict rules placed upon her in a tough situation, Yaya decided to hire the best legal team she could muster in former J. Prince and Slim Thug lawyer Kurt Schaefer. After posting her hefty $30,000 and springing herself from holding, Yaya was freed, but her true freedom still hangs in the balance. Facing 20 years in prison, it's been rumored that Yaya's legal team has built a strong case, and Schaefer is confident his client will be acquitted. However, as she prepares to fight for her right to be free, some fear that a testimony from the victim could seal her fate. With her life hanging in the balance, many voices have since chimed in on the situation to no avail. Since the news of Ayana's arrest first broke, people have been clamoring to know the truth behind the incident and the devastating consequences faced by both sides. While Ayana faces the possibility of spending 2 decades behind bars, it seems that her victim may have suffered pain only some could imagine. When Ayana made her desperate attack with the kitchen knives, her wild stabbing reportedly only hit Jacobs in the arms. When Jacobs was spotted out of her home for the first time since the incident, she was seen wearing a full arm cast, suspectedly to help with the healing of the stab wound. However, after a shocking video of Jacobs detailing the harrowing situation while with her family on an IG live session, the victim revealed that not only has she been stabbed in the bicep during the wild attack, but cut in the stomach multiple times. Soon after, reports of the victim's unborn child and proof of her pregnancy began to flood Twitter, further pushing the case into a dangerous path for the young Mayweather. Yet despite the mounting pressure from the pending trial, it seems that everyone aside from the two involved in the incident had the most to say. Floyd's reaction to his daughter's arrest was completely unexpected. Floyd is one of the most legendary pound-for-pound boxers of all time, but he's also had his fair share of legal troubles. After her arrest, many thought Floyd himself would have come to his daughter's rescue, but it seems like the former champ had much different plans in mind. Initially, Floyd planned to keep his silence on the incident, but after several prominent figures made their own opinions known, Mayweather knew that his only chance to avoid the situation was to get ahead of it, and so he did just that. After the talk popped up, Floyd shared a video inside the boxing ring with his offspring, Coron Mayweather. The legendary fighter is seen sharing tips in the gym. He captioned the post, "Never claimed to be perfect, but I strive to be the best father possible." While Floyd didn't mention his daughter directly in his caption, the message was clear. He did his best, and whatever fate befell Ayana was of her own doing. Prior to the arrest and subsequent falling out of the Mayweather family, Floyd and Yaya were always pretty close, as the two would often be seen at sporting events together, having a good time. However, Floyd decided that rather than clean up his daughter's mess, he let Yaya handle the situation on her own, while his words on Instagram struck deep. The message he sent with his following actions cut even deeper. After posting the video, Floyd went on to delete every single photo on his social media containing Ayana, effectively cutting her problem out of his life, if even only temporarily. Ayana's shocking arrest caused quite an uproar when it first broke around the world. To most, the young girl had everything: a rich dad, a rapper boyfriend, and the means to make anything of her life that she dreamed. Yet the truth about Ayana is that more than the flashy lifestyle and diamond rings, the young woman just wants someone to love and call her own, and has found that in her rapper boyfriend. Although her love life has caused her trouble before and will likely cause more pain in the future, the two have stuck by each other throughout the whole incident. Yet in spite of the support Ayana has received from her boyfriend among many others, the truth is that she still faces a long sentence thanks to the wild rage that she flew into, all in the name of love. While we don't know what will become of the boxing legend's daughter, we can be sure that her legal team will do everything in their power to assure that Ayana is able to walk free come her court date. Some speculate that Schaefer plans to use the recent health crisis as a means of defense, claiming that the quarantine caused Ayana extreme anxiety and duress, which led to her poor choices and unfortunate assault case. What do you think will happen to Yaya Mayweather? Will she be able to prove to the judge that she's innocent and escape the looming threat of spending a quarter of her life in prison? Or will the mounting evidence against her prove to be too much and see Yaya behind bars? Thanks for tuning into Lime Report today, everyone. Make sure you let us know what you think in the comment section below. And before you go, Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and check out the link in the description to enter a chance at winning our Apple product giveaway.
Worst thing you put your parents through so far, if any?
My mom.
But I strive every day to be a perfectionist. And we all know God only made one thing perfect, and that's my boxing ring.